Part 2, which is all about Barcelona knits. So that is the yarn festival in Spain. There's, well, not the festival, there's this yarn festival in Madrid and a couple other places as well. But Barcelona Knits is the first one that I attended in Spain in 2019. I think it started in 2018 was the first year, and I went in year 2, and then COVID, so, you know, whatever. But not only did I go to Barcelona Knits, but my sister from Virginia decided to join on a whirlwind weekend. So came over for 4 days, literally. And we met up with our friends Ingrid, Cindy, and 2 new friends, Jacqueline and Dominique from Holland, from the Netherlands. And oh my goodness, we had a blast. So we flew in on the Friday, my sister and myself, my plane of course was delayed, go figure, on Vueling Air. I flew from Malaga to Barcelona, my sister flew in from Dulles to Lisbon to Barcelona. And then the rest of my friends came, oh actually not all of them, 2 of them came from Amsterdam to Barcelona, and the other 2 came from Luxembourg to Barcelona. So quite the international event, regardless of the fact that it was in Barcelona. What a hoot. We had the most fabulous time. So I have a lot of pictures, but Friday was basically land, boots on the ground, and then we went for lunch. Then we met our friends for dinner in one of the very, very nice restaurant where we had an absolute wonderful time. Saturday was very much about the festival, but we all stayed in the same hotel. It was called Montblanc, the HCC Montblanc in Barcelona. Perfect location if you're planning on going. It is not on Las Ramblas, which is like tourist Mecca. It's a couple of blocks away, just far enough away that you're not in the throngs of people, but close enough to everything. Ingrid chose that hotel. Ingrid, awesome, awesome. Hello, ladies, by the way. Miss you already. It was Ingrid's choice. Great. Ingrid is a great travel agent, and Ingrid is the proprietress of Sunny Designs, and she makes the project bags. Needless to say, Saturday we got up, there was a coffee shop right by our hotel, so we went for cappuccinos every single morning and a little breakfast. And Saturday we stayed at the festival, which I will show you lots of footage. Basically until about 3:30, then headed back to the hotel. Then we had a beautiful dinner on Saturday night. Sunday, we decided to do a little bit of touristing, and we went to La Sagrada Familia, which is the cathedral that Gaudi designed. And it has been 100 years in the making. I think they're going to finish it in 2026. It started, I think, in 1924, and it's going to be finished in 2026. Fascinating tour of the architecture. So we walked all the way to the venue. We did our tour of the venue, which was an audio tour, which is fabulous. And then we separated ways. The ladies went back to the hotel because all of our friends were leaving on Sunday night back to, like, it was a whirlwind trip for them. And my sister and I, Clasina and I, ended up going back to the festival. We had tickets for the 2 days. We bought just as much yarn on the second day as we did on the first day. What can I tell you? That was a complete surprise. The highlight of the festival for me was meeting the wonderful, wonderful people. I have no words. I just want to shout out to Barbara from Poland. It was such a pleasure to meet you, and Karen from Sweden. So lovely to have lunch with you. Jess from Barcelona, you were amazing. It was such a pleasure. Angie from Scotland, and Mel from Oxford. The UK, Oxford specifically. I can't thank you all enough. You just made me feel so special. It was a little overwhelming and absolutely lovely, lovely to meet you all. So that was on the Saturday and the Sunday. And then on the Monday, my sister and I did a hop on, hop off bus tour. I feel like we actually saw all the major points, some from a distance, but we saw all the major points of Barcelona. And so that was fabulous. Monday night, my sister and I went for dinner. And then Tuesday, you know, we booted back to the airport. We reluctantly said our goodbyes and she went flying back home. And I, of course, came back to the Costa del Sol. Now, my sister ended up getting the flu, which was miserable, not COVID, but the flu. So she's such a trooper. She is a good sport because she did not travel home under the best of circumstances. So I love you, Classy. And I'm glad you're all better now. She's all better now, so it's all good. It's all good. But let's go back to the festival because I just want to show you sort of the haul from Barcelona. And I'm going to start with the most meaningful acquisitions first. So first and foremost, I want to share with you what Jess gave us. So Jessica actually crocheted, and Jess and I talked a little bit before the festival and we wanted to exchange something, and this was Jess's idea, but a crochet granny square of some sort. And so me, what did I have for yarn? I ended up using my festive sweater cardigan yarn, so my lichen and lace and all the different colors, and making some granny squares. And so Jess and I exchanged granny squares, and lovely, you are absolutely awesome, Jess. You gave my sister one too. But this is the granny square to put anyone to shame. Okay, this is a mosaic. Look at this thing. It's a mosaic. I didn't even know you could do this with crochet. This is some of Jess's handiwork. She is a master crocheter. It's lovely, and she brought like 7 or 8 of them and let us choose which one we wanted, and I gravitated to these colors. And the idea was that we would either use it as a coaster or incorporate it into one of our projects. So I am going to noodle quite seriously how best I want to showcase this beautiful mosaic work of art that was given and received in the name of friendship. And it was absolutely beautiful. So Jess, thank you so much. But that's not all. That's not all. Then her humorous side came out, and she gave me this crocheted evil apple. So it was past Halloween, but this is now going to be my little Halloween mascot, the evil apple. It is absolutely adorable. It's got a little leaf and a stem. I hope in this light you can see it. The light's not the greatest, but anyway, love it. I have to give it a name, Jess. I don't know what I'm going to call it yet, but I'm going to give this little guy a name, and he's going to have a special spot in my travel. But there you go. And that wasn't all. No. Jess came with a whole knapsack. Jess had knit the beautiful Lento sweater, and she had used, what was it called? It was called Fable Knitwear yarn for her Lento sweater. And I'm going to put my glasses on because I can't see this now. And she gifted me 2 skeins of the yarn she used for her Lento. And oh my goodness, this is from, like I said, Fable Knitwear yarns. I hope you can see the label. And this is the Athena base, which is 75% merino, 25% nylon with, or 20% nylon and 5% gold stellina. You might not see the stellina in that. And this is the mohair silk base, which is 72% mohair, 28% silk. You think I could do the math? No. And both in the satin colorway. And her Lento was just so gorgeous. Now look, can you see? She's been watching my podcast. She knows I have a thing for pinks. Pinks and burgundy purples. Oh, it's just beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. So this is going to be a very special project. So I'm going to noodle this, whether this becomes an Oslo hat or something a little bit more special, I'm not sure. But Jess, these colors are just beautiful. The yarn is beautiful. Meeting you was beautiful. It was just fantastic. She also is a brand new sock knitter. So we're going to knit socks, maybe not together, but we're going to try. And she gifted me this La Monalaine yarn, which is a sock yarn. And it is a 4-ply fingering, 75% superwash, 25% nylon. It's their Socklena base, and it is called Soap Bubbles. And it is purples and greens and grays and taupes, and it's just beautiful. I absolutely love it. This is going to be my next pair of socks. So when I do that, Jess, I'll be getting a hold of you and we can decide what pattern we are going to knit. So that was my absolute most sentimental haul, unexpected gift, and I'm so appreciative. Thank you so much. I'm gonna noodle and figure out something special that I want to make with this particular grouping of yarns. The next most special, and equally special, it's not the next, it's equally special, are the yarns my sister brought with her for me, because whenever she goes to a yarn festival, she brings me a skein of yarn. And so she went both to Shenandoah and she went to the Frederick Yarn Festival. And I can't remember which is which, but I think this one is from Shenandoah Yarn Festival, which is the Shirsty Cat Just Sock Base, which is 75-25 in the Lake of Shining Waters colorway. Oh my God, it's gorgeous. It's a really plump sock yarn. I love that. The other one, which her and I both laughed at, she bought it because the name of the yarn was Leo. I'm a Leo. So she figured, hey, she'd get it for me. It's from Bewitched Pigments Fiber Arts, and in their Glamour base in the Leo colorway. Now, this does not say Leo to either of us. So she's like, it doesn't look like a lion to me or a Leo to me. I don't know. It's got purple and black and white and all sorts of colors. However, I absolutely love the colorway. I think this is going to make a fabulous pair of socks. So just not too sure what season I'm going to knit this for, but I love that. So love you, Klasina. Thank you. And she brought each of us so our Dutchy Luxembourg friends, a little mini skein from Woolen Vinyl, which is a local dyer from the Frederick, Maryland area. And so each of us got a little mini skein, and this one is called, they say it's your birthday. So I love all the festive colors. So from the festival, those I would say, if I could only bring home a few skeins, those would be the ones that I would bring. Now, which are the ones that I bought? I'll show a little bit of a video at the end, but so that you can take your time and really look at these yarns. But I'm going to go through really quickly what I actually ended up purchasing. So hang on 2 seconds. Let me make some room for myself. All You Knit Is Love is one of my favorite dyers in Spain. They have a shop in Barcelona called All You Knit Is Love, and Jennifer is the proprietress, and she is an American expat. She's been here for a long time, but she's been dyeing yarn. I bought one of my very first sweaters was the Millie sweater, and I made it with her Murmur base. This is a new to me base because I was trying to be selective as to what I bought. I wasn't going to buy a lot, but if I saw something new that I hadn't tried, I would consider it. And so this is her Surrealista base. Look at this. Do you think I like pink? Hot pinks. This is her Surrealista base, and this is an Aran weight Surrey alpaca. That's why I got it, because it's an Aran weight. This is 90% baby alpaca, 10% silk. It is, 250 yards, give or take, in the color lipstick. Look at this. absolutely. So I bought 3 skeins. It's only like 730 or 40 yards. So it'll be interesting to see what I can make out of this, but I don't remember seeing a Aran weight Surrey mohair before. So I think this is similar to a Big Birdie maybe from Lamb and Kid. I'm not sure, but had to try that. The other thing, of course, I always go for is a skein that is the commemorative colorway for the festival. And again, all Unit is Love. They've dyed it on their One More Row sock base, and it's called the Sangria Popsicle colorway. So do you see a theme happening here? I got lots of yarns that are kind of in the pink, mauvey, purple, burgundy sort of era, or sort of color palette. Not to be inconsistent, I also got 3 skeins of this amazing yarn, and this is El Robedal de la Santa. Robedal de la Santa. And this is in the burnt burgundy colorway. And so this is a 55% BFL, 45% silk fingering. And I have a Jennifer Stein Gas pattern in mind for this one. So more about that later. But look at this colorway. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I just fell in love. I was in a plummy kind of a mood. Pinky plums. Pink and plums. Look what I'm wearing. Pinky plums. It was absolutely the colorway. Then, keeping with the theme of pinky plums, I found fiber. And this is from, it's called Teje lo que hilo. Yeah, Tejo lo que hilo, which means I knit what I spin. I knit what I spin, and I bought this combination. It's 2 different colorways, but I'm going to spin them together, and it's absolutely gorgeous. I know I'm saying absolutely a lot. I'm sorry, but this is all 80% merino and 20% other recycled fibers. So that was my spinning acquisition. Loved that. Then my goal, I had a goal. I wanted to buy fiber. I would purchase something if I could find a new base, which I did, but I also wanted to make another set of fingerless mitts with a matching hat, and I wanted it to be in a standout color. So my 2 color choices that I'd been discussing with my sister for quite a while were either a really vivid bluish red, like a cool red, or a burnt orange. Oh, pardon me, not a burnt orange, a blood orange, like a really vibrant blood orange. I have this vision of having a navy pea coat, some sort of a navy winter wool coat, and then having this bright red or bright orange accent in mitts and a hat. Well, could not find blood orange anywhere, but did find this amazing, absolutely cool blood red, like absolutely cool blue red from, I think it's Lanana Yarns in the Merino For You base, which is 100% superwash merino. Here I was going to stay away from superwash, but what can I tell you? And I bought 2 skeins of that, and I'm pairing it with silk mohair, and this is interesting. This is silk mohair, not your average silk mohair. This is from Nina Hand Dyed Yarns, and this is her Pixie 2 base in the colorway Diva. Look at that. But what was interesting about this is it's 64% kid mohair and 36% silk. I have not seen that combination before. 64% mohair, 36% mulberry silk. It is, okay, there's no prickle. Oh my goodness. So I know I said a hat and mittens, but we shall see what the heck this becomes, because I am just absolutely loving loving this combo. So what a nice mohair. So I think for those of you that are sensitive to mohair, the higher the silk content, the less itch or prickle. So I don't know, have you ever seen this base before? 64% mohair, 36% mulberry silk? Let me know, because do we have this in Canada? I don't know. I've never seen it. It's gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. The last buy was somewhat of an impulse buy. This was part of our day 2 when we went back, because we could not, in the first day, it was so busy, we did not have a chance to see all the things that we wanted to see. It was so crowded on the Saturday, you couldn't get to some of the booths. So we ended up going back Sunday. I'm so glad we had tickets for day 2. It was quiet, we could move around. Some of the stuff was sold out, absolutely, but most of the booths were still well stocked. They had planned for the Sunday. And so this is another base that's brand new to me. This is 69% mulberry silk, 21% baby suri, and 10% nylon. And this is called Middle Earth. It's in Spanish, but it says Middle Earth. And this is Ilan, the Ilan base by Feliz y Punto. And I hope you can see these colors. Can I see these colors with my glasses on? Can we see these colors? Oh my gosh. There is purple, green, bronze, gray, copper. Oh, I said that already. Bronze. It is just the most gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous yarn. I have a few ideas of what I might like to make in this, but that's for another podcast. But look, it is, can you see how squishy that is? It is just gorgeous. Oh my, I cannot wait. Where's one? Does one other one show all the green? There's so much deep olive green in here too. I chose 2 skeins that don't show it right off the bat. It's deep underneath there, but it also has deep olive green, and so soft. And I think this is a heavy fingering, because it's 3 to 4 millimeters. So it's heavy finger or sport, and it's non-superwash. So yay me, I ended up buying something non-superwash. Excellent. Yeah, and it's about 360 yards per skein, and I bought 3 of them. So enough to make a full sweater. So that is a fabulous purchase. And I'm just trying to figure out my last ones. 2 more things. La Bien-Aimée, who cannot go to La Bien-Aimée? Again, her signature colorway for the festival was called, this is her sock yarn, which is Merino Super Sock. And it is in the colorway, now I can't speak French, Parc Guel. So I'm assuming that that's French, but look at this happy confetti kind of colorway. So I had to get myself one of those. And last but not least, the Pacific Knit Co. was actually represented by Townhouse Yarns out of Ireland, and I bought 2 doodle packs. So I bought the Barcelona and the Dublin doodle packs. So all the motifs, city motifs of the landmarks of Barcelona and Dublin. So don't know when I'm going to use those, but hey, I love those color work cards. I think they're a fabulous idea. And I think between me and all my besties back in Vancouver, we're getting quite a collection of doodle packs that we can, swap out. So that was the entire trip of Barcelona Knits. Absolutely fabulous. Barcelona is a fascinating city, lots of history, lots of architecture, amazingly great food, super friendly people. We had an absolute blast. So hopefully you will join me for the chatter, which will be part 3 of this video. Will be at the end of part 3 will be all the Barcelona knits or Barcelona footage. so you can take a look and take you're probably going to take a hop on, hop off bus tour with me. So I'll try and keep it as short as possible. But so if you are signing off for now because you're not interested in the chatter, not a problem. Thank you so much for joining, and I greatly appreciate that you spent the time with me. I hope I kept you company while you crafted, and I wish you a fabulous morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are, and I look forward to speaking to you again. For those of you that are interested in the life updates in the chatter, hop on over to part 3. See you soon. Bye.